Well, hello YouTube, this is Chuck, and it's a cold, blustery, rainy day up here on the mountain, and so today we're out in the man cave slash garage slash workshop, and another one of our Fixin Stuff series. And so what are we working on today? Well, working on a set of headphones. Now, I've had these for less than a year, and they're not a real expensive set of headphones. They're about 20 bucks or so, and they actually work pretty good. But what ends up happening to them is the little plug right there, where it goes into my laptop, this little place right here, the wires will break inside there. You can see here where it's kind of bent over. Well, it breaks right there. And these quit working, and I seem to go through them pretty regularly. So what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to cut that apart and see if there's anything I can do to fix it. And I'll bring you along. Now, they're not all that expensive, so I could just buy another set. But since there's nothing wrong with them except that one little broke wire or two broke wires, it just seems a shame to throw them away. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife here, and I'm going to try to cut this thing apart and see if I can expose it. And when I've got something to show you, I'll bring you back. Okay, so now I managed to cut away this first part here. And the next thing to do would be cut away that plastic part right there, so I can expose how the wire's attached to that. Well, I've got it all apart, so what is it showing me? Well, the wire broke off, so as I started trying to take this apart, it broke completely loose. There's my original sheath that I took off. There's part of that white stuff. They must hook these up together and then somehow dip them into some molten plastic or something in order to get that to shrink down. And I thought it might be like a shrink wrap and I might be able to get it loose, but that's not how it happened. So what do I have now? Let me show you here. Okay, I have the rest of the cord. There's a blue wire, a red wire, but what it told me here is that these other here are wrapped together so that those grounds are common. So now if I can figure out how to get that fastened back to this part, then maybe I can make that work again. I can do something to wrap that. But like I say, just probably be easier just go buy another one, but I just hate to throw stuff away when it's still workable. And it's always a challenge to fix stuff. I'll be back with you again here in a little bit. I should have mentioned it previously, but a while back, I bought a package of these replacement plugs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take one of those and try to make it work. Now here I've got one out. I've got it taken apart. As you can see, there's only 3 wire connections on it. Let me see if I can hold that a little closer where you can actually see it better. Let's see, I should be able to hook that common ground to that section there, and then hook each side of those to the other 2 prongs that are over there and solder those together. And when I do that, then I should be able to screw this section back on over top of it again. And I should be able to fix that. So let's try that and see what happens. I'll have to dig out my soldering iron. It's around here somewhere. Back soon. Okay, by far the hardest part has been getting those wires separated back inside that. That's a pretty small wire back there. But utilizing my wire stripper there, and I've got a lot of wire there, so I got plenty of tries. It looks like I got that stripped. So I've separated the blue wire from the red wire from the grounds. The grounds are common. So next thing I'll do is I'll get out my soldering gun and I'll see if I can get those soldered into these connections here and see if I can make that work. We're not out of the woods yet, but I think we're making progress. Well, this over here is my soldering kit here, and I've got a small pencil soldering gun and all the stuff that goes along with it. So I'm going to plug that in, let it warm up here, and we'll see what we can get done. Okay, I got that separated. What I did is I got the red and the blue wires to these 2 little tabs on the outside, the grounds together to the central ground. All right, now all I have to do is put the outside cover on it, which is back down the wire here somewhere, and put it together, and we'll test it and see if it works. Well, I took it in and I tried it, and it won't work on my computer, but it works on some other stuff. What it seems like the issue is, and I don't know if you can see it very well here on camera, but if when I'm holding in my hand, the very end of it is just a little tiny bit bigger than the old one. That's the old one, broken one that we took out, and it worked in my computer. So what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to try to make this section right there, this end piece here, I'm going to try to make that just a little bit smaller. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to see if I can make that just a little bit smaller so it'll go in the computer and latch in, because right now it won't plug in. I tried it in something else and it seems like the wiring's okay, but it won't, for some reason, it just does not want to go into the computer. Back with you soon. So I'm back. And what did I do? Well, I managed to take this little section right here, this last little segment right there, and I used my bench-mounted belt sander, and I've just knocked that edge down just a tiny bit. And now it'll actually fit in the socket of my computer, and it actually seems to work. So I'm going to take and wrap a little more tape around this section right here to give it a little more support. But other than that, I'm done. I'm going to call this a win. So I realize it's been a kind of a convoluted little video, but I'm going to put it up under my Fixin Stuff and put, like I say, put a little bit more electrical tape around this, around that base right there to give it some more strength. But I think it's good. I think it's going to work. And I've got another set of headphones over there that have the same problem, and I might just go ahead while I'm in the mood here, and I might as well try to put an end on them too and see if I can fix them. So, as I always tell you, take care of each other and love each other, and I'll be back again with you another one of some oddball subject or another, whatever tickles my fancy. So until I talk to you again, let me just tell you, peace out.